What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin, XCN, USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, it's the 9th day of February, and we're sitting here at about half a cent, 0.00528, with roughly 8 hours and 20 minutes left in the day. We've seen a nice little bullish engulfing candle here a few days ago, and over the weekend we've just been boring and moving sideways. I do suspect that we come back down a little bit. What we're looking for is some support. What we're looking for is a higher low. I don't want to see us get a lower low, but it is okay if we go lower. I wouldn't be surprised if we did go lower. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, we do have a gap right here, of which we just filled. That's awesome to see. And we have a little tiny gap down here to fill, which we might end up doing. It depends. It really depends. We don't have to. You don't have to fill the gap. Don't obsess over gaps. Don't believe that you have to fill the gaps. But with that being said, 1 hour time frame on the Coinbase chart, these gaps typically are pretty reliable. They typically are. Typically is the word that I'm using because it's not always. I've seen plenty of times where these gaps stay there. They just stay there forever. Or for the whole cycle, and then during the bear cycle when something gets eviscerated, then you fill the gap. But I digress. Looking at this trend here, it certainly seems like we are moving lower, right? Lower highs, lower lows. We're breaking out. I don't know if we're breaking out. That might be why we didn't see so much volume. The volume here is kind of weird. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not liking this candle. 18 minutes left in this candle here, and we're wicking back down. I'd rather see a more solid close to the upside instead of finding resistance right there at a perfect kind of lower high in this trajectory. The RSI overall looks bearish. You're refusing to get oversold, though. You're refusing to get oversold, though. That's kind of good. Stochastics are coming out of the oversold zone. That's nice. MACD looks bearish. That's not nice. Overall, I would say bearish, but there's a little bit of optimism here. A little bit. If we were to go down and fill this gap here, right down here, we take a relative low to high retracement, that would put us right at our 786. I mean, that might be exactly what we do. We might go exactly there and then move up. I would like it if what we did was from here, we just plunged right to that level. I'd like that because typically it's better to find support in these areas. You have a better chance of that being a low of which you rip from if you break through the golden ratio on your first attempt. Low to high here, your first interaction with the golden ratio has not happened yet. If it's a bounce and then we come down, this gives you more of a chance to move lower. But if we just rip right through the golden ratio, typically that only happens in high volatile moments. It's the 1 hour time frame, so it's a little bit less reliable in that sense, but I still would I'd rather us just plummet down here real quick, get it out of the way, and then move up if we're going to do it at all. Looking at the indicators, I have no qualms with calling for prices that are around half a cent or even just below there. 0.0478 is the technical target to fill that gap, so we might even go a little bit lower. 4 hour time frame here, looking at this, you've got this kind of inverse head and shoulders look almost, right? Almost, it's almost pretty perfect. This low, the lows are a little bit lower though. It could be slanted. It could be like a slanted inverse head and shoulders, but you probably don't go too much lower than. Stochastics, the 4 hour stochastics kind of look good here. I mean, obviously you're oversold, but if both of these, man, if both the oscillators, the orange and the blue, can get out of the oversold zone on the 4 hour, I mean, the last time that we saw that, we had a nice little pump. And from here, that would be good. That would be very encouraging if we pumped from here. The MACD is on the brink of the break, man. I mean, you literally are rejecting the zero, but your rejection's not really rejecting. I don't know. You're dying off in bearish momentum. You've got the right tools. You've got the right momentum here where you could pop through the zero. The zero, by the way, is this line. It's the zero level over here. You break through that. I mean, the last time that we broke through the zero, that wasn't a bad time at all. That didn't suck. That's for damn sure. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. We're very close. We're right on the edge of greatness here. We just can't. We don't want to fumble the bag. And again, fumbling the bag would, in my opinion, just be a lower low. We don't want to do that. If we have bullish divergence, maybe there's some momentum, less volume on the way down, but then there's a lot of volume at the low itself. There's a scenario in the right light where a lower low could actually look like a really good buying opportunity. But from here, I would rather just not tempt fate. Let's just pretend we're going to get a higher low, or let's pretend that I'm wrong. We're not even going to move down from here. We're just going to move up. Either way, that's what we want to see. We want to be moving up. We don't want to be moving down, at least too much. And the 4 hour, I gotta say, the 4 hour RSI, stochastics, and the MACD, they get me a little bit excited actually. The RSI, not so much. It's kind of boring and neutral, but there's some good things going on too. I mean, overall, it's more bearish overall. But right here with our higher lows and our higher highs, I'm digging this. I like finding support at the 40 area. We'll see how it goes. Looking at the daily time frame, but the stochastics again. I mean, getting out of the oversold zone. The idea of the MACD crossing above the zero. Those are two big things actually. Really, really big things. Daily time frame. And I keep going back one more time, okay? It hasn't happened yet. Okay, I might be talking about it like it's happened yet. It's exciting to think about, but it hasn't happened yet. We'll get really excited if it happens though. Okay. Daily time frame. RSI bouncing off the oversold zone. We've done this before. You're getting really deep in the overbought, which is nice, but you're living below the 50. Overall, your RSI is bearish. Lower lows, lower highs here. You definitely could come lower. Based on the 4 hour, I'm not expecting that you would go below this low though. And the stochastics came out of the oversold zone. That's nice. But you're getting tied up. That's not nice. I mean, in these moments where you get tied up, even if you're coming out of the oversold zone, that can be a bad sign, right? Bullish divergence on the MACD. This might be our one saving grace, where if we go lower, we will only form more bullish divergence. So there's some hope there at least that maybe what we're doing is some type of double bottom, which that would be pretty cool. If we're doing a double bottom, and this is our like central point, that would imply then that we will probably move up to this 2 cent area or higher, right? Double bottoms is typically how it is, right? Like if you've got this here, it's kind of a slanted double bottom, but you've got this here, right? Double bottom, same kind of idea, right? With your little W. Whenever you broke this point, you didn't stop anywhere near this point, right? You went well through it. Same kind of concept here. I would expect that if we take out this low, again, this daily bullish divergence on the MACD would probably build further divergence even if we went below this low here, and that in itself does give the possibility of this being some type of double bottom here, and in which case, again, getting above this point would just be the starting point for an overall breakout that takes you to 2 cents, 2.5 cents, maybe more than that inevitably. But that would be a ways away. If we do go below this low here that we formed 4 days ago, if we go below that low, we probably won't see prices above this high for at least another month or two. It'll take some time, probably. Anyways, I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. 00526. I am calling for prices just below 005. Somewhere around 00, I think it was like 00478, maybe 0047, something like that. And then from there, we should recover. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. The target area that we're assuming we're going to go to is somewhere around 2 cents. Maybe just below, maybe just above, but somewhere around 2 cents. Take care. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. See you later.